Okay, this is Christel here, and I promised you a sneak peek into 2022, and that's what I'm going to give you. In the meanwhile, do remember that the contest is still open, so you can still win a free tarot reading. The announcement of the winner will be done beginning of January, I think around the 10th, but I'm not really sure. But the contest closes on December the 31st. You can enter in the contest, and by doing so you have to do you just have to put, I am so confused now, you just have to put the words Angel 2022 in the comments, and you can do that here on YouTube, you can do that on Twitter, on Instagram, on my Facebook, on my TikTok, wherever you want, you can do that, and then I will enter your name into the contest, and then I will announce it around January 10th. And the last day to enter is December the 31st, but you can put it in any video, yeah? So the more you enter, the more chance you have of winning. So keep that in mind, and that's always easy when you subscribe and hit the alarm bell, because you know when videos come out, and you will also know about that announcement when it's going to come out, and whether you are the winner, yes or no. Now, let's dive into the sneak peek. I'm not doing this in a certain order or in the order of the zodiac signs. I'm doing this randomly, and I just pulled I just pulled a sign randomly from a little box, and I'm doing the readings in the order as I have drawn them. So it's a surprise when your sign is going to come up, so just keep an eye out and subscribe, maybe, then you know. Hello Capricorn, this is Christel here with your reading for 2022, well, a sneak peek into 2022. I'm going to start with a word for you, but first I want to apologize for the lateness of this reading. I have been promising this reading for a while, but everything was so hectic, everything was up in the air. I had many things to do, replan, reschedule, unexpected things came up, so this was left behind. Okay, now I'm here. I will be doing some subjects here in this reading. I will be fast forwarding whenever I start a new subject and I have to shuffle cards. All the cards have been shuffled already, but I will be shuffling, during the reading as well. So I will fast forward that, so I'm not boring you to death. In the meanwhile, may I ask you to subscribe, like, share, comment, etc. Because at 500 subscribers, I will be doing a YouTube live, where I'll be doing live readings. You can ask me questions, you can ask me about cards, you can ask me, well, we'll see what happens. We'll go in free flow. Don't worry about that. It will be fun. I'm looking forward to that. So help me get to there. I mean, it's not that far away, so it could be quite soon. I will advise you when I'm going to do that, of course. So if you subscribe and click on the notification bell, you will be notified when that happens. Anyway, I'll be starting with a word for you, but if you want also daily guidance, you can find that on my other social media. I am on Facebook. I have now a Facebook page where you also can find links to the readings, to all the readings, to daily cards and these readings. I'm doing bonus readings on Instagram as well, and on TikTok. TikTok is fun for that, so I'm doing that. So if you check me out over there, if you're on TikTok. And I am on Twitter, but Twitter is not really the best medium for this kind of thing, but I'm posting it anyway on there. So let's start. Your word. I'm going to pick this randomly. I had shuffled them, but this is sort of second nature. When I hold cards in my hand, I start shuffling them. Yeah. Okay, so your word, and this is the first time this came out, is compassion, Capricorn. The vibration of compassion shines through my every cell. So it is about feeling compassion with other beings, but also feeling compassion and being kind to yourself. I think compassion here also can be translated into kindness. I'm just going to put you have to look in the booklet. Compassion. So it is about You're deeply compassionate, being allowed the light of your goodwill to shine to the world. Accept the care that the Creator has for you. You're loved and immensely lovable. True compassion starts with yourself. Gently, lovingly, and unconditionally accept yourself just as you are. And you don't have to be perfect for that, because, of course, one of the shadow sides of Capricorn is that you want everything to be perfect and you want to be in control of everything. So then you need a little bit of more compassion with yourself and let go of that need to control everything and everyone, and be kind to yourself. Also, you don't have to be perfect to be loved. You know, there is no condition. Love should have no condition. If there is a condition to love, it's not real pure love, it's something else. So really remind yourself of that. I'm going to leave the card here because this card is your card for the year, your word for the year. And really, I want you to use, well, you do whatever you want. I don't want you to do anything. I just suggest that if things are, difficult, if you go for that perfection, if you find that you are out of control or you're losing control, remember to be compassionate and to be kind to yourself and with yourself. And then you can ground yourself. That word is there to remind you, to bring you back, and to bring you back to a kinder space for yourself, for others. Starting now with a general outlook. That's 3 cards and it's very quick. And let's see, I've already shuffled these as well, but okay. So, 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups, and Judgment. Capricorn with the 6 of Cups. Now again, Capricorn is also quite traditional. Capricorn, it has not an easy time of dealing with things changing, and I feel that sometimes you feel nostalgic, and that can be because you think that you want things to go back to normal. Like, I've heard and I've seen it written and I've heard it say on so many places, on social media, on TV, on the news, let's get back to normal. Now, the first thing that I ask myself, what the hell is normal? Define normal. And then again, going back is impossible because we cannot go back. We are here in this situation, in this place and time, just as it is right now. And we can't go back to as it was before. And I for one believe that, let's speak about the COVID thing here. If we have to go back to before that, were things that good? Were things that beautiful? Were there not things that could change or that needed to be changed? And I can think of many things that really need to be changed, and I still believe they need to be changed. For example, the inequality in wealth distribution, the fact that that there are billionaires that don't pay 1 penny of tax. I can tell you that I pay taxes, so and they don't. And I find that really weird, but okay, that's me. So really, Capricorn, if you have that nostalgia feeling of, from better times, it was better before. Again, be compassionate. Know that whatever is happening needs to happen. And where we are now in this world is a place where we are now, where we can reconsider our options and go for something better. And I feel that here with that Judgment card, there is a call in the world at large, because I've been talking a bit about the world at large, but also for you to change, to become reborn, to embrace the situation as it is and make the best of it and learn from whatever you learned in these, in these hard times, because times were not easy, and then make yourself become a better version of yourself. You have that opportunity now. There is that opportunity I feel this card is really also that compassion, to being kind to yourself and embracing yourself. This has nothing to do with relationships, because this is a general outlook. So it's really about embracing the times as they are, the now. You are presented with a set of things that have changed for you, and you can make the best of them with the Judgment card. You don't have to go back to the past. No, you can work with things as they are right now, and you can change them for the better. So that is something to be mindful of and to work with, Capricorn. So let's move on to your career. I had shuffled these as well, but okay. Page of Wands, Four of Swords, Six of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and Six of Pentacles. I'll be drawing some more cards from this deck, and my eyes are really itchy. I don't know, it's a bit allergic, so sorry, but I need to. Page of Wands. I feel, yeah, remember that you have to adapt to the here and now, but with the Page of Wands, you can do so. You can really be creative. This Page of Wands is sort of in your business. If you have your own business, if you're an entrepreneur, or if you are working in a job, it's asking you to be a little bit more creative and a little bit more flexible. I feel that you need to do that, and that's going to make life a little bit, your work life, your professional life, a little bit easier and a little bit smoother and happier for you. Also, it is reminding you to ask for help whenever you need to, and this can be financial help as well. That maybe people, you need some help in with a financial matter, you need some help with administration, you need some help with the accounts, you need some help with the practical matters of the business. Don't be, too proud to ask for help. It's not the time to do everything by yourself. Even though you're an entrepreneur or you're working for someone, your teamwork is important, and you don't have to do everything by yourself. I know that you like perfection and you like things to be done a certain way, in your way, but sometimes you really need to open up to help. And these people, I think some Capricorns don't have the problem with that and can easily delegate. That can also be the card of delegation. Now, this is a bit funny to have here, these two threes. The Three of Swords is a card of disappointment, disillusionment, and the Four of Swords is, it's not two threes, it's Four and Three of Swords. Four of Swords and three of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a sort of a time out. I feel that whatever it is you're doing as well, and you love doing it, yes, but I feel that you could, these are warnings. These two cards for me are a warning sign. They are telling me that if you don't seek help, if you're not compassionate with yourself, if you're not kind to yourself, if you push yourself to always to be everything to be perfect, you're going to burn out. And you need to be careful for that, that burnout, the tiredness, the exhaustion that may happen if you really continue to push yourself like you have been pushing yourself. So this is just a warning. This is not something that's going to happen if you take good care of yourself. If you stop being too perfect, if you stop chasing perfection, if you're kind to yourself, if you find help as well when you need it, because you are full of energy. Yes, you want everything, you want to create, and you have that creative inspirations. Yes, but if you push yourself too far and you go after perfection and always doing everything by yourself, you're going to burn out. So this is just a warning to take it a little bit easy and slow, because if you do that, if you take it easy and slow, then everything, you have two sixes here at the end. A Six of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, which tells me that your business is going to be successful, that things are going to move on and move forward, and that money is going to be exchanged, which means give and take. You pay somebody to do something, people pay you to do something. So there is an exchange of money, so there is money coming in, money going out, which should be the case if you have your own business, which also should be the case if you're earning a salary, But that things are going to look are looking good again and are going to go more smoothly again. The second half of the year for sure, but I feel it's all based on the fact that you get help and that you trust your instincts, but you're also compassionate and kind to yourself. And you need to be creative and not go for perfection and be a little bit more flexible. If you're not doing that, this is going to happen. You're going to be and to feel burned out. Now, I was going to pull a few more cards from here, but not a lot. Before we move on to money and finances, another Six of Pentacles. So also forget that, in business or in work and in life in general, it's also about, money is energy. Money needs to go in and come in and go out, come in and go out. It can't stagnate. If you hold on too tightly to your money, it can't flow. The energy gets stuck. And then it becomes a fear energy, and you don't want that. It's just a warning, yeah? Yeah. Also ponder your investments, ponder how you spend your money. This is already like as it is the money and finances, but also in your business or in your career, ponder your options, ponder the possibilities that are offered to you, whether that's asking for help, whether that's creating a new creative endeavor, and also resting up. You need to really rest up, and be kind to yourself, because then you can create this beautiful garden and you can reap the rewards. The Nine of Pentacles, rewards, the Six of Wands, things moving smoothly and also feeling like a reward card. Yes, so things look good on that front if you really get help and be flexible and not go after perfection and stay away from a burnout, yes, and overdoing it. I'm going to just put it here again, and then we move on to money and finances in general. Well, it's more or less being answered here that money needs to flow so that you can't sit on it, and that money will be coming in. Remember the Nine of Pentacles, money rewards, good money rewards, but 2 Six of Pentacles. So I'm just going to pull 3 cards here. I'll pull them randomly, because I feel so like doing. Okay, let's see. Another Six of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's not about perfection here. The Fool is not about perfection at all. The Fool is just free flowing. The Fool goes wherever the water takes him. The Fool just makes risks, takes risks, and that's what you need to do. You can't hold on to the past, also not with your money. You have to take risks. So that means in your business you have to invest. With your salary you also have to invest in yourself, maybe even in self-care, in taking care of yourself. Maybe that is going to a beauty salon, for example, having a massage, maybe even talk to a psychologist or a therapist if you need to. There is that thing, it's not about perfection at all. And the money is also not about the money from the past, how you're going to make it. It's not by hanging on and clinging on to the past. It's just by going in free flow. That's how you make your money in a whole new way. You will make money. It will make some time, and it may feel like you a little bit as a fresh start in the money-making venture, or maybe you're having a new idea and that needs to take roots and that needs to grow still. So you feel it's the very beginning. So it feels like, yes, it feels like for you, like you're in the beginning again, and that can make you feel a little bit wonky as well. Because you were probably used to making good money, and now maybe it's a different way. It feels totally different. But please, just don't give a care. Don't be too obsessed with your money situation, because it will come in again, and it will come in a different way, not like it used to be. So don't worry. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, let's move on. Oh, this is fun. I have a fly now in here that's making a hell of a lot of noise. It's not fun with this fly here now because they just, they just raided my office in the middle of a reading when I said to not do that, please. So I have to edit that, and I will edit that, of course, because you don't need to see that. So all of a sudden my office was filled with my family. Well, it wasn't, actually now I have to laugh. I couldn't laugh with it at the time because I was in my reading. Well, it's the last day of the year, so who cares? Okay, your inner circle. So I'm going to look at your family, friends, your nearest and dearest, those that live closest to you. And I see, well, this is a bit funny. So I see very good cards here. And then I see two strange cards here. So we start with the Emperor, Queen of Cups, Justice. And then we have the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So the Emperor, for me, that is really your energy, Capricorn, because you are a caretaker. You also like structures. You like a certain routine. Even in your family, in your close circle with your friends, you like to be in charge. And sometimes that being in charge can be a little bit overbearing, yes, but you don't mean bad. Also, what they're asking you is to even there be a little bit more in free flow, be a little bit more kind to yourself. Don't be too, adhering to certain routines and rules in your closest and inner circle, because they want you to go a little bit more free flow with the Queen of Cups. Look at that Queen of Cups. She is connected to the water. There is the cat. There is intuition there. There is the fish in the water who come to her. So they're asking you to be a little bit more lighthearted, not too serious, even in your families and friendships, in your relationships, because that's going to bring a little bit more, balance between you and your family and your friends. And it's going to bring a little bit more of peace in your heart as well. Because if you're kind and compassionate to yourself, first and foremost, but also to others, things are much smoother and much easier. Now they're asking you that because of these two cards, because of this Knight of Swords and this Five of Wands. This Five of Wands is sometimes when you are being a little bit too rigid, this Emperor, then conflict erupts. And you don't need that. I mean, this coming year, it's not about conflicts. It's about smoothing out things and by making it easier for yourself and being easier on yourself and not having everything perfect. So if you're being very rigid and you want that perfection, then be sure that there will be some arguments. And you don't need that. You really don't need that. The Knight of Swords tells me you have to really cut through that need for perfection and to be always in control, or have everything completely organized. You don't have to. You don't have to have everything under control and organized. Other people can do their stuff as well. Other people can just, take over and then just, do. So go a little bit smooth, be in a free flow, also with your family and friends, because you can't be rigid on them. It's just, have fun. Really, that's what it says. Have fun. Cut out this rigidity that, things are in a certain order and they have to be that way. No, they don't have to be like that. You just can let it go and you flow a little bit more. And then you will have less arguments and you will cut out those arguments. That's time to do so. Okay, let's move on. Now we're going to move to those Capricorns that are single. Okay, singles. Capricorn singles. Capricorn singles. You know what happens when you do readings and the whole family is in the house? Not a good idea, but I have to do it because otherwise I'm too late with my readings. So this is what happens when everything is up in the air. So, okay. Singles. Let's take these cards for extras afterwards. So singles, I feel that it's a bit murky. things are, looking like a little bit dark. You don't know what's going to happen. There's nothing happening probably, or maybe not a lot happening on the dating scene. And I feel that you have this feeling that, you're longing for love. You're done with dating scenes. You're done with not knowing. You're done with maybe even being alone. I feel this Five of Cups tells me, yes, it's enough already. I am done with, being with wrong people, dating the wrong people, or, just being by myself. It's a little bit, I'm over that. I'm over that. Also, the Ten of Wands indicate that, because the Ten of Wands tell me that you have been on the dating scene, and sometimes that was really hard. You've been dating people, you've been seeing people, and sometimes it didn't work out. Here, didn't work out. Those 3 cups that have fallen down. And that's why you're sort of a little bit distrustful as well. But I see here somebody coming in, and this could be even later in the year. This doesn't necessarily mean on the 1st of January. Capricorn, please be aware of that. This can be later in the year. So when this person comes in, what do you have to do? First of all, and most of all, you have to trust your instincts. Because there are things probably you don't know about this person, and you need to get to know this person. You need to take it slow. You need to take it slow as well, so that you can let your instincts do their job. So that you can, you don't jump in immediately. This person is quite charismatic. You're attracted to this person. Yes, there's a little bit of fire going, yes, but you cannot negate your instincts. Please do not. I'm not saying it's going to work out bad. I'm going to pull some more cards. But I feel that because because everything there's been disappointment, there could also be that you're a little bit like, holding off, not giving in, and sort of putting up a barrier, which is Ten of Wands. That is possible as well, because you may be a little bit distrustful as well, because of everything that happened in the past, because all these things that have happened and that didn't work out well. So that is all in the game here. That's all working. So this person, really, the only way to know if this person is going to be solid material for a relationship is to trust your instincts and not be led by all the distrust from the past, or by thinking of everything that happened in the past, or by putting up a barrier, but just trusting. So that means slow it down, go on a few dates, trust your instincts, see red flags for red flags, and see green flags for green flags, because they exist as well, green flags. Green flags is when they treat you with respect, when they don't love bomb you, when they don't, we always are very flattered when people text us at all hours of the day and continue to text us, but that's sort of love bombing. That's not necessarily a good thing, Capricorn. There is respect. There's also respect for people's private space, for people's private time, for people's sleep and rest. So if they do that would be love bombing. That could be a red flag. For example, I'm just putting this as an example. A green flag is respect. Is kindness, is compassion, is, agreeable, is being agreeable and just, flowing with you. So look out for those. You see, this person has the possibility, has the potential to become something good. The potential. The potential, yes. I'm not saying it's written in stone that it's going to be that person, but there is the potential there. Oh, okay. So we have a Seven of Pentacles. Yes, there is a potential for the garden, for the relationship to start and to grow and to become a relationship, a solid relationship. Yeah, okay, Judgment. Now I'm going to shut up, because this Judgment card is really telling me that, okay, you have to trust your instinct still. Yes, because there may be a few of these coming on the scene, and then only one of them is going to be this really one. Yeah, that is going to be the one that is sort of destined to be in your life. Only one of them. And that's why you still always have to connect to your high priestess to your instincts and your animal body, because I don't know which one, and the cards don't know which one is the right one, which one is this one. Yeah, there can be a few here, so be also wary here on the dating scene, but there is the potential for something to grow from this. Okay, let's move on to those Capricorns who are already in a relationship. I don't know what's going on here. I had to. I'm going to pull some extra cards here, but I had a former reading that was really a little bit upsetting, I thought. But here there is also, you Capricorn, if you are in a romantic relationship, there are some things you have to look out for. You have the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords. I feel your relationship is transitioning. There is something shifting in your relationship, and that makes you feel defensive. That makes you think that you have to make a stand and to be a little bit aggressive, maybe even, or that you may be going to lose out. That is not necessarily the case. It feels like if you are thinking, if you're too aggressive, if you're too big on making a stand, that is going to be creating conflict. But you have this King of Cups here, so that means that your partner is serious, your partner is good, your partner is a solid partner. So even if the relationship is sort of shifting, because that is what relationships do, they grow as well. And yeah, something is happening here. This Page of Swords tells me that there is a sort of a fresh element coming into your relationship. Maybe your partner is asking you a little bit more, I don't know, a bit more time together, maybe more romantic date nights or something like that. And it feels like, yeah, your relationship needs something, and you are also coming to the conclusion that your relationship needs an added element. Page of Swords, it's an insight that comes. There is an element that is sort of missing for you and for your partner, even though your partner is really solid. But it feels like there is something shifting in the relationship, for, maybe for good, for bad, I don't know. But I feel that you have to be careful of this Seven of Swords, of being too defensive, of defending your territory, and then of being maybe even jealous or something like that. Don't do that. Don't do that, because that will create conflict, and that's not necessarily. You have to learn to trust, and yeah, even if you feel something shifting in a relationship, relationships do that. Relationships do grow as well. So yeah, know that. And accept that, and don't go fighting about it. Yeah, there is something new. The relationship is sort of entering a new cycle, a fresh cycle with this Fool here. There is this, when this new, the added element, your relationship really needs to go through the transition, because there is something new coming in, and it needs a fresh wind. It needs this fresh adventure, and maybe more date nights and more romance. Yes. And maybe think about that, instead of becoming, thinking that then the relationship will end because there's something shifting in it. See that, this is a chance for the relationship to grow and to become a little bit more frivolous, maybe a little bit more playful. And that is a good thing. Don't go fighting, but to just accept that things are shifting and changing. I'm just going to pull the cards first and then see. Okay. Yeah. So it's about trusting your partner, trusting that, and you will see, don't be ruled by fear. Strength and the Hangman. Trust your partner. Sometimes when these shifts happen, when your relationship is sort of shifting to another level and to a different added element coming in, and yeah, it starts to be like a new relationship, or, well, you need a little bit more fun in it. that will take a little bit of time to sort that out between the two of you, and give it that time. Don't force it. Don't go and say like it needs to be like this because our relationship was like that, I want to go back to it. Remember that Six of Cups that you had twice? Don't do that. Accept that that needs a little bit of time, that you sort of need to find your way in this shifting relationship, in this relationship that is transitioning and that is changing a bit. Now, with this King of Cups, for me, this means your partner is solid. This is not gender related, yeah? Your partner is solid. So please don't make arguments where there's no need for arguments. Just be a little bit playful, even in your relationships, and let things unfold. That would be really, really, really my suggestion to you, because that will help you on your way. It will help you keep this relationship. Let me pull one more. And yeah, it will help you. So be a little bit kind and compassionate to your partner as well. Also kind and compassionate in the relationship, and stay away from being aggressive and defensive in your relationship, because that's not going to help it. So that's just an advice, yeah? See this as an advice reading, more or less. Okay, let's see what else is coming out here. Yeah. Two aces. Inside, I think you're going to see it. I think you're going to realize that this is not a good stance, that this is not necessary. I think you're going to see it, Ace of Swords, and that is good because it brings fresh fire to that relationship, and that's what it needs. So I think in the end, it's a very good reading, actually, especially with these two aces here. So really take that into consideration, Capricorn. Okay, I'm going to end this reading with 4 oracle cards, but I'm just going to pull them randomly and fast forward that as well. Okay, we start with cleaning house. And this is decluttering your thoughts, decluttering your physical space, your home, your environment, decluttering also from people that you don't need into your world, decluttering of things that are sort of dragging you down, but also really literally decluttering your home, because when you do that, it frees up space as well. I mean, remember, what's her name? Marie Kondo, with, keep only those things that bring you joy. And yeah, it is a way of living. When you declutter, you free up space, you free up energy, and maybe that is needed here. So maybe think of that, to be compassionate in that as well. Make space for what is new, what is coming in. Don't hang on. Again, remember those 6 of Cups. Don't hang on to old things and old stuff that no longer brings you joy. Maybe you don't need to go back to that, and you don't need to hang on to that. Then you have from this is from the Enchanted Map Oracle, and this is from the Wisdom of the Oracle. It's a leg up, and look, I'm going to pull it in. Can you see the face of spirit there? Yes, I hope so. Okay, I'm just going to get the booklet, 34. 34. The essential meaning of the card is receiving help, delegating authority, and interdependence. Remember in the career reading, the 3 of Pentacles, when I said if you don't get help, or you don't allow yourself to get help or to be helped, you're going to burn out. Now, again, this is a reminder that in life and in all aspects, not only in your career, you need sometimes to talk, you need sometimes to delegate, you need some help. And that can be in your relationships as well. Maybe, when in that romantic relationship that you have, where it's shifting to a new phase, maybe if you're afraid and you are being defensive, maybe talk to somebody. That can be a friend, that can be a family member, but it can also be like a therapist. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Also remember friends and family, those inner circle, that you take care of everything, but you need to flow a little bit more and leave it over to others. Again, this is a repeat of that. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. So it is a time for help, for not going it alone. That is not the case. That's not needed. That's not necessary. That's not going to bring you forward. And that's, if you're staying and doing it alone, then it's going to burn you out. Now, the wolf spirit is at your side. And the wolf spirit is about turning knowledge into wisdom. So it's incorporating all the lessons you've learned in your life and to make them part of who you are, to bring them into yourself, into your soul, into your core being. Because the difficult lessons especially are essential to be incorporated, and they give you so much wisdom. They make you a wise person. So let that sink in. Let everything that's happening or happened to you become essential and become a part of you, and integrate that into who you are and use that in the future, for your life, for your relationships, for your work, for your career, for everything, because that is beautiful. And the last card, it says, the energy is gaining momentum, the waxing moon. I'm just going to get the booklet and read that. I will have to see which page it is, because these don't have... These don't have numbers. That's what I wanted to say. I was looking here because I have a waxing crescent moon and I have a waxing moon. Okay, this is it. So, during the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen. Hold on. Indicating that you can create a reality you're dreaming of. Remember, that is that... Well, not a compassion, it was another card for someone else, but I'm confused now, so don't even pay attention to it. But it means you can create a reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. So also trust this that energy is gaining momentum, and that it sometimes just needs a little bit more time. And sometimes you need to give a push to the universe by meditating, by asking, by practicing gratitude, by doing another spiritual practice that works for you. There are a few, there's a few that you can look up. But yeah, things are shifting. I feel there's a lot of shifting in your world, Capricorn, and things are not going to go back as they were. You have to accept that. You don't have to be perfect. Nothing has to be perfect, and you can't be in control of everything. There are things here, a lot of moving parts, and you have to just flow with them. And in that flow, you have to be compassionate with yourself, that you don't have all the control, that you cannot be always perfect, and you don't have to be perfect all the time. Perfection doesn't exist in my opinion. So for me, that's easy. It doesn't exist, really. I don't believe in perfection. So anyway, I hope you like this reading. Again, you can subscribe, like, share, comment, and remember, those 500 subscribers, then we'll do a Facebook Live. Not a Facebook Live, Christel, not a Facebook Live, a YouTube Live, okay? Anyway, thank you for being here, Capricorn. Thank you for your support. Know that, I'm going to do subject readings and more so than monthly readings, etc., etc. So if you have a question, if you have a subject you want me to read on, please put it in the comments. I'll consider and I'll probably plan it in to do so as well. Anyway, thank you for being here again, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful start of the new year of 2022, and that the year may be very good for you and to you. Peace and love and everything you want, Capricorn. Thank you for being here, and I'm going to stop it now because I am tired now, and thank you for being here. Bye, Capricorn.